Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. Yes, we took a little break, but we are back with brand new episodes. Season 27 kicks off right now thanks to your wonderful support. And I want to give a special shout out to our pal Fred Wicks. This rundown is dedicated to you. The rundown isn't the only thing making a comeback. Following years and years of fans demanding it, Blizzard Entertainment has officially announced that they're remastering the original StarCraft. The new version will offer all the same maps and gameplay that fans love from the 1998 original, as well as its expansion Brood War, but with remastered 4K graphics that make everything look a lot better while maintaining that classic feel. Blizzard is also adding several new features that have since become common in the real-time strategy genre, notably full integration with online services for advanced matchmaking, cloud saves, and social integration, as well as the ability for players to create custom maps and keybinds. Blizzard stresses that despite the improvements, the actual gameplay has been strictly preserved, which they say will make it feel identical for veteran players. This is the first time Blizzard has gone back and completely remastered one of their old games, although they did experiment with something similar earlier this year. Back in January, they recreated levels from the original Diablo in the more modern Diablo 3, although that was only a limited time event and wasn't very well received. Hopefully, StarCraft Remastered will be an improvement. Blizzard hasn't revealed a precise release date, but they're targeting a summer release on the PC and Mac, so we won't have to wait too long. They haven't said anything about a console version, which seems unlikely, although it's worth pointing out that the original game was released on the Nintendo 64, so maybe there's a small chance. We'll have more details as they develop. One of the worst-kept secrets in gaming has taken a small step into the light. Activision and Bungie have officially announced Destiny 2, a game that both companies first confirmed was happening more than 2 years ago. This morning, Bungie released a single image confirming the title, but we'll have to wait to find out more. Since this is the first full-fledged sequel, we can guess that it will give players a lot more new content than what they got out of the various expansions for the first game that have been released over the last few years. Expect more details soon. If you're desperately trying to get your hands on a Nintendo Switch, you might be waiting for a very long time. The new Nintendo system was released earlier this month, and it's still pretty hard to find one, with most retail stores selling out almost as soon as new units come in. This isn't uncommon for a new console launch, but it looks like it won't be changing anytime soon. That's according to GameStop Chief Operating Officer Tony Bartel, who tells investors that he expects supply shortages to last until at least the end of the year. If this is true for other retailers, it means the Switch is going to be very hard for shoppers to find, especially during the upcoming holiday season. Nintendo has stated that they plan to increase their manufacturing output, but it's unclear if they will be able to make enough new units to keep up with demand. They recently had similar problems with their tiny NES Classic, which was basically impossible to find. Either way, Nintendo is sure to be happy that the Switch is selling well, making it more in line with the massively successful Wii and not like the financially disastrous Wii U. For those of you lucky enough to have a Switch, if you've already finished Zelda, the next big games for the system are Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which arrives April 28th, and ARMS, which is coming later this spring. Splatoon 2, which held its public online test fire over the weekend, is coming in the summer. Disney is putting a lot of hope into the future of the Star Wars franchise. The studio's CEO, Bob Iger, recently spoke at a tech conference at the University of Southern California, where he revealed several juicy tidbits about the upcoming Star Wars films. First up, he confirmed that the Han Solo spin-off movie will chronicle the character's early years from the age of 18 to 24 and show how he met his pal Chewbacca and how he acquired the Millennium Falcon from fellow scoundrel Lando Calrissian. That film is currently shooting and will hit theaters in May 2018. As for this year's new Star Wars movie, Episode 8, The Last Jedi, Iger says that he's already seen a rough cut and it's coming along well. Star Carrie Fisher tragically passed away in December, and Iger says that none of her scenes are being altered. A computer-generated version of Fisher appeared in Rogue One, but Iger says they won't be doing that in Episode 8. This does leave open a big question for how the studio will deal with her absence in Episode 9. Iger didn't shed any light on that, so hopefully whatever they end up doing will honor her memory. Bob Iger says that Disney has mapped out internal plans for new Star Wars movies for at least another 15 years, so don't expect to leave the galaxy far, far away anytime soon. The Call of Duty franchise might be looking to reconquer old territory. With the most recent game, Infinite Warfare, receiving a lukewarm reception from fans due to its futuristic setting, many are expecting that the unannounced 2017 game will take the franchise back to a more down-to-earth theater of war. Now it looks like new intel is backing up this idea. YouTube channel The Family Video Gamers have released what they claim to be leaked promotional images and artwork for the next Call of Duty game, which appears to show a World War II setting with an emphasis on the iconic D-Day landings. If the images are real, they're just the latest in a long line of rumors about the game. Activision themselves has publicly stated that the franchise will likely head back to a more historical setting, so it seems pretty likely. Expect the next Call of Duty game, whatever it is, to be announced soon. The poor reception of the Assassin's Creed movie hasn't killed Ubisoft's plans for the franchise. During a Reddit AMA, Assassin's Creed head of content Yamar Azeza announced that Ubisoft is planning to make a TV series based on the killer franchise. He didn't reveal too many details, but says they're going to take their time to deliver something they can be proud of. He also says that the TV show will be, like the movie, which has us a little worried. The film was universally panned by critics, including yours truly, and it failed to meet box office expectations, earning just $54 million domestically. Hopefully the TV show will be a little less bleak and have some fun with the idea of being a stealthy assassin, like in the games. There's no word on what network might pick it up, although last year, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot revealed that they're partnering with Netflix for several new projects, so the Assassin's Creed show could be one of them. If you heard that Snake Plissken was dead, you heard wrong. It looks like the long-in-development remake of Escape from New York is moving forward.
Snake Plissken, all right.
Deadline reports that 20th Century Fox has picked up the rights to the remake and hired Machete and Sin City director Robert Rodriguez to write and helm. Robert Rodriguez has a large following among cult film fans, similar to original Escape from New York director John Carpenter, and both of them usually write their films and compose their own music. Carpenter himself says that Rodriguez is a great director and he's thrilled that he's making the new film. The original Escape from New York was released in 1981 and starred Kurt Russell as outlaw Snake Plissken, who must escape from a dystopian version of New York City, which has been turned into a massive walled-in prison. The idea of walls around parts of the United States used to seem like a crazy idea. Hollywood doesn't have a great track record when it comes to remaking classic John Carpenter movies, so we've got our fingers crossed that this one will be a breakout success. The entire Dark Souls series is coming to an end starting today. The Ring City, the second and final batch of DLC for the insanely difficult Dark Souls 3, launches today on the PC and tomorrow on the Xbox One and PS4. Players will get to journey to a new location, the titular Ring City, where they will encounter new and more terrifying enemies with new weapons to slay them with. There will also be new PvP maps, including all the PvP content from the first DLC, Ashes of Ariandel, for anyone who didn't buy that. Developer From Software has previously stated that Dark Souls 3 is the final game in the series, so publisher Bandai Namco points out that this DLC, being the last for the game, marks the final chapter in the entire Dark Souls franchise. I guess they're not going to milk it for decades like certain movie studios do with their franchises. And that wraps us up for our first rundown of Season 27. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We are going to have brand new rundowns for you every day, Monday to Friday, so come back tomorrow, will you? Thanks for watching.